Get ready for Horror Nerd with your mistress of ceremonies, Samantha Hale. But be careful with your accent. You may get it.
Crypt Keeper introducing the show. How many people grew up with the Crypt Keeper? Tales from the Crypt. I cried when he recorded it for me. I was so excited. You guys, this is our 2-year anniversary. We've been here at the Hollywood Improv for 2 years, so I want to give a shout out. Hollywood Improv, 2 years. We're so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful that they decided to take my weird little horror themed idea. And you guys, it's also my 21st birthday. Shots. It'll be my first one, but okay. 21st. Fuck it. I'm turning 40, you guys. And I've never been weirder or happier. So there it is. Thank you guys so much for being here on a very, very special night. All right, let's get into it. Let's get weird. Yeah! Do I like this table already? Guys, what are some of the first scary movies that you ever saw?
Welcome to Horror Nerd, the podcast.
Bonnie, nobody told me that it was perfect hair day, Ryan.
Yes, I know. I did a lot to it this morning, so I'm really happy that it could just look like this for you guys.
It looks so good. Are you using like a product for it or a line?
Totally. Yes. All the products. All the products.
I'm really into Jennifer Aniston's line, but yeah.
No, I would say it's probably the Winifred Sanderson youth serum, if you know what I mean.
What a reference. Gosh, just pulling out the 90s cards already. Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Oh, I live in the 90s. Have you met me?
We do. We do.
As you should. As you should. It was a good time period.
Oh, God, I miss it. I miss the prices of the 90s.
Do you see? We watch all those movies, and it's like, oh my God, $1.50. We didn't even know gas. It was so cheap then. We didn't even know what we had.
Right.
We had it so good. We didn't even know.
No idea. No idea.
So crazy. Just.
Well, hello. Welcome to Horror Nerds meets your horror story. Was that good? Did I do good?
That was great. Yeah. No, it's so funny because the show's called Your Horror Show, but everyone calls it Your Horror Story.
Oh, God damn it. I didn't do good.
So I think I need to change the actual title of it because the problem is that my name is so close to Ryan Murphy's name.
It is Ryan Murphy.
So it's your fault.
So it's your fault.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm the other Ryan Murphy. And so, yeah, I did an audition for 911, God, like 4 or 5 years ago. And I went into the casting office and I was like, they're like, oh, your name's Ryan Murphy. And I was Brian Joseph Murphy. And I was like, yeah, I've been trying to get him to, change his handle on Twitter and he just never responds to me. So it's so weird. And they started laughing and then I didn't get the job. And I was like, I pissed him off. I had to have pissed him off. So that's what happened. So
I would have given you the job personally, but
Yeah, same.
that's very sweet of you.
You're my favorite Ryan Murphy.
Yes, that's so sweet. Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
You're the only one who's hired me, so.
True. And I would say that your show is probably actually more accurate than Ryan Murphy's shows based on real people and real events.
It's possible. Yes. I haven't watched every single Ryan Murphy show. I really did enjoy Nip Tuck way back when. I thought that was great. And a couple of the other Ryan Murphy shows that he did, but I definitely fell off the bandwagon at some point. But you know what? More power to him. Make that money. Tell those stories. It's great. So yeah.
You go, girl.
Yeah.
I will say that, like, if there's anything that you're going to learn from a Ryan Murphy production, is that the killer will be hot and naked in the first episode. But when it's Charlie, is it Hunnam? Charlie?
Yeah.
Yeah, Charlie Hunnam. Yes, yes.
I'm okay with it. Even though he is Ed Gein, he's still kind of hot. But the reason why I was so excited, though, about the Ed Gein Monster series is because I think Laurie Metcalf is one of the greatest actors of all time.
If not the greatest actor of all time.
Right.
Yeah.
Casting her as Mrs. Gein was just phenomenal. So I was on board when I found that out, for sure. And also, I have to say, American Horror Story Coven is still one of the greatest seasons of television history
I praise that.
ever. So,
Ever.
Yeah. Coven was great. Coven was fantastic.
Yeah, you win. dude.
Top tier and accurate in the sense of Stevie Nicks being like everybody's emotional support witch. Yes. Yeah, she's definitely mine.
That was not acting. She wasn't acting in that.
She just was
No.
herself.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
Right? I would rise from the grave to be my favorite witch.
Yes. Everyone's like, we love you. We love you so much. You're great.
Stevie,
Yeah.
come on the show, girl.
Oh God, I would die.
We would all die.
Dear Stevie Nicks, please come on our show. XOXO. Love Bonnie and Sam.
Yeah, Stevie Nicks, come on Horror Nerds right now. Get on this show. Like, what are you doing? You don't need to tour anymore. Just come on the show. Come on.
Or just in between, you know, like on a tour bus somewhere.
Yes. Yeah.
She's got time.
She cool.
Yeah. Talk about witches and American Horror Story.
And the horror story of dating in Los Angeles. Like she's had those.
Yeah. No. Perfect. It's a perfect match.
We can relate.
But she is the queen. She is like Queen Elizabeth. She doesn't have to get married. She has so many subjects, loyal subjects that love her.
This is true.
And she's happy and she's killing it. And yes, Stevie.
Yes, Stevie.
We do love her.
That's it. That's our show.
That's it. That's a show. Good night, everybody. Bye.
Wait, no, just kidding.
I know. Well, Ryan, I'm not gonna say it wrong again. So I'm gonna make Bonnie say it this time.
Please, you can say it. It's fine. It's fine. My own producers sometimes say it. It's okay. It really is. It's
think it's
okay.
like
It all
ingrained in our
is the
brain.
same.
Yeah.
It's the same connotation.
Yeah. Well, tell us everything.
Tell us everything.
Everything.
Okay, let's see. So bringing up the 90s, fantastic place to start. I'm a huge horror anthology fan. I love horror anthologies. My favorite genre of horror because we have so many of them. I grew up loving Tales from the Crypt. I grew up loving Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yes.
I grew up loving Tales from the Dark Side and Goosebumps and like all of the stuff that permeated out of the late 80s and into the mid 90s. And I feel like, I was a kid at that point, right? I was growing up and I remember SNICK, right? You have Saturday night and it's 9:30 and you hear the whirr and you see the little boat going and then you see the little, and then like, the little, doll laughing and then the door opens and it's Are You Afraid of the Dark? And I remember being so just scared about the intro and I was like, oh God, what is this episode going to be about? But I love that feeling of, always having new stories because I feel like horror is just one of those genres that is so malleable to so many things, whether it be political, whether it be, just straight fun, whether it be gory, whether it be, noir even. I mean, there's just so many subgenres of what horror can be and what kind of horror can fuse into. And so for me, it's like, I feel like in the last 10, 15 years, horror anthology has just kind of been decimated. There's just not a lot of shows anymore. There's not a lot of movies anymore. And for me growing up, thinking about the Crypt Keeper and thinking about Goosebumps and seeing those covers and thinking about Are You Afraid of the Dark and all of these different subgenres and these shows that were pushing anthology, I was like, I really want to do something that is my own and I really want to convey this love that I have of this genre. And so back when, I don't know if you guys remember, back right before the pandemic, everyone was talking about Quibi. Remember Quibi? Oh my God, Quibi's gonna be a thing. Just you wait, this is gonna be amazing. And at that time I'm like, oh cool, they're making very short little things that, it's funny because they probably were about 3 years too early because now we have verticals and I feel like verticals are just the extension of what Quibi was.
Yeah.
But they were like, oh, we're going to do these little 1 to 2 minute little snippets and then we're going to have a cliffhanger after every one and that's going to be the new thing. So I was like, well, cool. Why don't I I want to make my own horror anthology and I want to pitch to Quibi. And so we actually made like a couple of these episodes that were like shorts. We got some funding for them and we're like, we're going to do this and put them out there. And of course, right before this happens, the pandemic happens and it just like destroys everything. And everyone's like, oh my God, we can't do anything now. This sucks. And so for me, I was like, okay, I kind of recalibrated myself and was like, I don't know what's going to happen after this. The world's imploded. And I'm going to date myself here. Another reference, Clubhouse. Do you guys remember Clubhouse? It was a hot thing for like 5 seconds. Oh my gosh, during the pandemic, everyone was on Clubhouse. Yeah. You could talk to people just like immediately. Oh my gosh, what a thing.
Invite only on Clubhouse. That was a big deal.
Invite only, yes. And it was super cool. And like, yeah, so I was on there and I got a chance to meet like Tori Spelling. And I met my friend Sarah Nato Cheney on there and I met a bunch of other people. And so we were like, oh, cool. I was like, hey, I really want to do like table reads on Clubhouse and I want to like have sound and music and we'll do this live. It'll be really fun. And so we ended up doing a recreation of Scream with Tori Spelling playing Sidney Prescott because she had auditioned to be that role before Neve Campbell got it. And then Wes Craven was like, yeah, I'm not going to cast you in this, but I'm going to cast you as her double in Stab, you know, in the alternate universe. So it was like a really fun thing. So we got Josh Rubin and Noah Segan and Sarah Nato Cheney and a bunch of people, Matt Catanzano, who I know you know was in it too. And so it was super fun. Yeah. And so we did this really fun table reading. It went really great. And then we started doing a bunch of them. We did Friday the 13th. I had Kelly Maroney playing Mrs. Voorhees and I had a bunch of people doing this. So it was super fun. And I was like, man, I really love audio. I love working in this medium. This is so fun and getting a chance to do these things. And so that got me thinking about my show. And I was like, well, this never worked out the way I intended it to, but maybe we could do it as a podcast now because now this, you know, podcasting has grown exponentially over the last, 10 years. And I was like, yeah, we can tell like stories and do this fiction podcasting. And I didn't realize how big fiction podcasting has gotten. And I mean, there's podcasts with 100,000 followers that are fiction podcasts at this point that are huge. And so I was like, cool, this is really fun. I really want to do this. And so that's what I've been doing for about the past 2.5 years is creating these things. And, you know, I'm a shill. I will always like show my own show and wear my own merchandise and promote my own stuff. But I love the EC Comics kind of like reference points that like of those, that artwork for Tales from the Crypt and the Haunt of Fear and like, you know, the Crypt of Fear and all that stuff. And so that's really what I wanted to like kind of borrow my homage to is like, I really want this artwork to kind of marry those comic books that were really big in like the 40s and the 50s and kind of do a marriage with that. So yeah.
You had me at comic books. Yeah.
and you had me at the artwork. Like I remember, I think Matt was like, oh yeah, my friend Ryan does, it's called Your Horror Show. And I'm like, oh, well, what is it? He's like, here's his Instagram. I just looked at the graphics and I thought, Tales from the Crypt, nostalgic, happiness, joy. My inner child is like, woohoo, this is great. Because I mean, I definitely grew up on all the same things. I mean, Nick at Night or SNICK, gosh.
SNICK.
Yeah, SNICK. Yeah.
Clarissa at 8. Clarissa Explains It All. And then
Pete and Pete.
Ren and Stimpy was in there.
Pete and Pete.
Pete and Pete.
Pete and Pete. Alex Mack.
Yep.
Oh, God, I was obsessed with Alex Mack.
Oh my God. But the big grand finale was definitely Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah, and always at 9:30, right before 10 o'clock, they do Are You Afraid of the Dark? And yeah, it was such a cool time. And I remember just growing up as a kid and like, remember the Scholastic pages you used to get in school? And it was like, choose your book. And it was like all of the Goosebumps books were on there. And I was just like, oh, and then Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, that artwork too was just like iconic.
Oh, totally.
Just giving you like nightmares every time like you read it in the library or you checked it out. And so all of that stuff for me was like, you know, very big on my inspiration of like wanting to do this again. Cause again, it's just, I just feel like we're, you know, outside of like, you know, I remember Cabinet of Curiosities came out with Guillermo del Toro, did that on Netflix, which was fun. It was like kind of almost like a little mini season. I think there was like 8 episodes or something, but there just isn't a ton of revival of the horror anthology. And I just feel like it's a lost art now. And I feel like it was real big for a second, maybe in like the mid 2000s, like late 2000s, everybody was kind of popping up with one. And then everyone just stopped and they're just like, nah, we're done with the anthology. It's over with. And I'm like, but I love it. I want more. I like these little short contained stories of 15 to 20 minutes. They're fun. So yeah.
Yeah. And that's what you're doing is you're going, here's this thing that I loved that so many other people loved.
Yeah.
Where is the thing? I'm going to create the thing. And I think that's really cool. And that's something that I love about creatives is we see the need for something and we look at nobody else doing it and we go, well, why not me? Why can't I do it? Let me be the one to do it. Like Sam, you do that with your live show.
Definitely.
You know, like it's just so cool to see people be good at something and have a passion for something and they bring it to life instead of waiting for somebody else to do it.
That's a great point, Bonnie, about just like how creatives think and how we are just inherently, and I feel like that's how entrepreneurs think too. You know, it's just a different creative mechanism for us. Is like, I love something, and if I love it, other people theoretically love it too, and I should bring that into the world and like do it. So it's such a fun way to think of it.
Yeah. I never really thought about it until you just pointed it out. Like with the live show, we do a different theme every month. So it's almost kind of like an anthology because it's a new cast just performing for 90 minutes at a time. And it's all like one subject. Wow. I never even really thought about that. Kind of a cool way to think about it. I will say that one of my like biggest nerd moments of like excitement and joy was getting to meet John Kassir and talking to him. And he's the nicest guy on the planet.
Legend. Absolute legend.
Legendary, right? And so giving with his time and like just will actually talk to you. And it was really cool talking to him. He's like, oh, you're a comic. I did stand up before I, got really primarily into voiceover. I did stand up in New York. And so we completely hit it off over that. And I told him about the show. And he was nice enough to record an intro, like the Crypt Keeper bringing fucking me to the stage.
Oh, it's so cool. I love him. I love him so much.
Yeah, and I use it all the time, and it kind of gives me the goosebumps every time. And what a cool moment. I never would have thought in a million years. I mean, Tales from the Crypt specifically was something that really bonded my dad and I. That was our thing. It was always like, oh, which actor's gonna pop up on this episode, and what's it gonna be about? It was like Christmas every episode.
Yeah.
What's in the box?
You're like a point too about Crypt. I don't know if we'll ever get an anthology like that again, where it was like very much in the zeitgeist of everybody was tuning in. It was obviously before Sopranos and kind of HBO hit, I feel like mainstream, but it still had like, you had sex, you had violence, and you had incredible guest stars. I mean, like you're talking about like, even now you watch it, you're like, I have the DVD set and I'll still, I'll go through every year and just watch the whole thing again. And I'm always just like, man, they had so many people. It's just crazy how many people were in it, and they were like iconically amazing roles too. Like Tim Curry's role as like 4 different people in the Salesman episode. You had Brad Pitt in an episode. You had an episode with Demi Moore with Jeffrey, whatever his name is. I'm blanking on his name now, but I mean, just
If you're into horror, healing, and handmade treasures, you're gonna love the Mountain Crone.
Yeah, she's got 2 certifications in herbal medicine, 1 in herbal body care, and she's learning Egg Limpia because emotional demons need spiritual eviction notices.
Plus, her eBay shop has handmade healing products and collectibles for when you need to heal and buy the things your parents wouldn't.
Gotta love having grown-up money. Find the Mountain Crone on eBay, linked in our show notes, and on Instagram at the MTN Crone.
Healing together and having fun while we do
Sam,
it.
I was thinking about this when we were talking about it. You're kind of like the Crypt Keeper, but
Oh my
hot.
God, thank you.
But like
God,
hot.
thank you.
And like he's funny, right? Incredible host, hilarious. You're just like a hot version, and I love that for you.
God, I'll pay you later. Thanks, boo.
That one's on the house, baby.
I'm catching up to him in wrinkles, though. I'm getting there, girl.
Don't talk about my friend like that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, I still get the question, what is horror nerd? You're a horror comic? What does that mean? And I'm like, that is a good question. I think this is what it means. This is what I do anyway. So yeah, I'm a real life Crypt Keeper. I'm just gonna start seeing that and just let them figure it out. And if they get it, I'll be like, you're family, you're fam bam. If they don't get it, all right, I'll explain it to you, and then you can come hang out with us.
Yeah, you're like the Crypt Keeper at these shows.
Yeah.
Love
Yeah,
that.
I think so. I'm going with that.
that honestly is an incredibly cool way to introduce yourself. But then you have to crack like a funny pun after that too. You have to say something, like, I've got all these comics here and they're just dying to meet you. Like,
Wait,
yeah.
I'm like, do I attempt to do the laugh? I don't know. I've literally never tried it before. This is going to be so bad, and you're probably going to have to edit out. But it was like, it's not bad.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
It should be higher.
I'm not
Like, it should be
editing that
higher.
out.
Okay, keep it.
That's
I'll
gonna
try.
be my text message alert for when you send me a text message. Like that's gonna play on my phone, and it's gonna
Okay, so
annoy
the
me
next
because it'll
time-
go off while I'm recording.
Oh
and I'll
my
be like,
God.
"Oh, it's Sam," and it'll make me laugh. It'll be perfect.
You realize the next time I see you in person, I'm going to be texting you the whole time just so I can hear that come up on your
Okay, I could do it. I work in audio. I could do it.
deal.
Okay, it's amazing.
Deal. Well, then my ringtone for you is going to be Megan. Have you heard her, Megan?
No,
Okay,
I haven't
Bonnie,
heard
do
of
me a
Megan.
favor.
No, I need to hear this.
Bonnie, I just need you to say hold on to your vaginas for me real quick.
I will say that for you anytime. Okay. It's so stupid because it's like my lead-in for her is when I do it, but okay. It's like this weird, that's my lead-in when I have to do the Megan voice. I'm in the booth and I'm like, hold on to your vaginas. And just my voice cracked right there. It's
Wow.
fine. It's fine.
Wow.
I'm dehydrated. It's fine, but
Jason Blum, call this person. Call her now.
hold on to your vaginas. Like I love her so much.
I don't know, Ryan, if we've told you about this, but like I have this unnatural love for Annabelle and she has this unnatural love for Megan. So we've just kind of put them together and we're going to do fun things with those girls.
Yeah.
As you should. That's like the perfect little, like, that's a movie spinoff I didn't know I needed. Like, there you go. Like an animatronic or android doll versus a possessed evil doll.
Is it going to be Thelma and
It
Louise?
probably has to, right? That's scary right there. No, I love that's actually hilarious. That's the crossover I didn't know I needed. And maybe if Blumhouse had made that one Megan 2, it would have done better. That's really just the reality right there.
Yeah, bless their hearts. Yeah, Megan 2, I was so excited and I don't know what happened. I don't think it was the same writers as the first one.
Nope, it was different. Yep.
Yeah, we noticed. We noticed.
Yeah.
And then there's some films, Five Nights at Freddy's 2, that maybe needed a writer, like a screenwriter.
What? They didn't have a writer? What?
I think it was the guy who did the games, and so that's cool and all, but like film is a little bit of a different animal. So I mean, I still love the characters, but my goodness, I was hoping for a little bit more. I'm not gonna lie, but I saw it anyway because it's Freddy. You gotta go with it. But have you guys seen it? Have you seen the new Five Nights?
Yeah.
Not yet.
No, I didn't even see the original, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I didn't see the
I have
first
friends in the damn games. Haven't seen it.
I was a bad horror fan and didn't see the original. I've neglected. I'm trying to think of what I saw in theaters. I saw Sinners, which was incredible. I mean, masterclass, incredible stuff. That was just, it was like, let's make From Dusk Till Dawn actually emotionally resonant. And like that, they're like, oh, okay, cool.
Let's do Dusk Till Dawn, but let's make it like perfect and have a
Yeah,
story and meaning behind it and history and let's say things with it. I mean, I love Dusk Till Dawn, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
but
Selma Hayek. Hello.
Hello. I think that is one of the most iconic moments in horror. I mean, I think all of us, no matter how you identify, we're like, Selma Hayek, I want that. Either I want to be her.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a couple moments I feel like as boys growing up that you're like going into like, oh, I like women. And like, you're like, yeah, like that's like that moment, like Catwoman, Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy.
Totally.
Like there's just a couple of moments where you're just like,
yeah.
Okay.
That's also
Those
a
are-
gay awakening for some people.
Oh, completely.
My God.
I mean, I had
means
a Catwoman
tending.
poster. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had her poster.
Yeah.
I woke up to Michelle Pfeiffer every morning. Granted, I like wanted to be her. You know what I mean? That's when I see like, any of these stunning women, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so enamored, but I'm like, want to be more like them. So I still, even though, I like men, I guess. No, I'm kidding. I do. But like, no matter how you identify, you can appreciate a beautiful, stunning human being.
Yes.
However, stunning is stunning. And that can be physical, that can be emotional, that can be energy. I mean, there are people that you meet and there's just something so that they're like a walking enigma, or like she was very kind of mysterious as that vampire. We kind of knew, Quentin's
great.
not going to make it out very good. Also, Quentin Tarantino, leave Matthew Lillard alone. We love him. Leave him alone.
Yeah. I listen, Quentin. You great movies. Just be quiet though. I mean, you just don't have to say anything.
You
Like
don't have
you
to
just
say anything.
direct your movies. Just direct your movies. It's
Bro,
fine. It's
You
fine.
called him
Yeah.
Lillard.
Yeah. Lillard. Yeah, Lillard.
He's like, I don't like Matthew Lillard. I'm like,
Lillard.
okay, well, what are
Yeah.
you doing? What are you
No.
doing? But whatever. Quentin
Listen,
Tarantino
Quentin
is not invited to our show.
No,
Yeah, Tarantino.
Tarantino.
He's not invited to our
Gosh.
show.
Remember when it was like, leave Brittany alone? We
Yes,
just did a
yes,
show
correct,
at the
yeah.
mortuary. So we run Horror Nerd at this place called Missing at the Mortuary in Pasadena. It's amazing. It's iconic. It's the actual mortuary from HBO's The Mortician, that documentary, all the messed up stuff that happened. It's that actual mortuary where we run the show. Shout out Allison and Noelle. They're amazing. And I had Dana Gould on the show last week and we were just sitting there talking and somehow Jack Frost gets brought up and he's like, wait, which one? And I'm like, he's like, the Michael Keaton one? I'm like, no, the other one. He's like, oh, because I worked on the Michael Keaton one. I'm like, what? I had no idea. Yeah. Like, of course you did. That's so fucking cool. And then he told me, he's like, yeah, because I'm a huge Michael Keaton fan. I love Michael Keaton, obviously. And he's like, you remember like when Batman came out, people were really mad that they cast him. I actually didn't know that because in my mind, I'm like, he's the greatest Batman ever. Why is this a problem? He's the best one. I
Oh
really
yeah, they
didn't.
were
I
pissed.
missed.
Well, it's funny because like, you know, we had like in our generation, we had everyone get mad about Heath Ledger getting cast
And
as
he
the
was
Joker. And like that
iconic.
was a big, oh my God, why are you casting? Why are you doing
Right.
iconic performance, you know, like one of the great kind of like seminal Joker performances we had. And like Jack Nicholson was like slam dunk casting. Everyone knew that kind of was like, oh, that's gonna work. But with Michael Keaton, like you said, everyone was kind of like, huh? Like why Michael Keaton? And he was fantastic. I mean, like it's hard. I go between him and Bale a lot. I
Yeah.
like Bale's Bruce Wayne maybe a little bit more because he's a little bit more playboy-y, you know, but like I like Keaton's portrayal of Batman, I think, more just because he's more grim and more kind of like stoic.
I did have one of the funniest things ever happen to me the other day. I was doing a show in Clovis, so like Central California, like 3 hours north of LA. And it was really fun. It was like ladies' night and it was really great. It's just such a good time. And then halfway through my set, I'm doing like, I don't know, 40 minutes or something. Halfway through, this guy just like happens to stumble in and had no idea what was going on, like came from the other room and he literally looked like the freaking Penguin. Like he had a top hat and he was short and he had this little outfit on and then he comes up and just starts like kind of heckling me and I'm like, I'm sorry, am I getting heckled by Oswald Copperpot? Like, I'm sorry, did your parents abandon you? And I start trying to talk to him and he's like, what are you talking about? I don't look like the Penguin. And then I said, sir, what's your name? He's all Vito. I'm like, your name is Vito. You put a D in front of it. You are the fucking Penguin.
Did he have a monocle too?
Oh, he might as well have. He might as well have. And then, so I'm having this conversation. Having a great time with this guy. and then he
Did he go,
and then he threatened to kill Catwoman's bird.
that?
It was so weird. No, but the funniest thing was, so then guy's wife like walks in, sees that this guy is like bothering me, and literally just walks and looks at him and does shakes her head and leaves. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh my God. Okay.
It was so good.
You want to know what's really funny about that? When we were staying on the Queen Mary, and then like the next morning when the ghosts were all upset or whatever, the Batman episode that was on in the hotel, because I put on Me TV and it was the 1960s Batman series. The episode that was on was Penguin Gets a Wife.
Yeah.
That's
yeah, there you
weird.
go.
And then Wonder Woman came on, and it was like a military episode right after that with Linda Carter, who, God bless, love her. And then there was like weird noises in the hotel room. I think it pissed off the ghosts. But anyways, the fact that like Batman was on and it was Penguin Gets a Wife, and then you saw that in person when he heckled you. That's weird.
And you know what? I was just gonna say, I think my grandfather actually did an episode of Batman. I think he was on an episode of Batman, but I know for sure that he was on the Andy Griffith Show on the episode called "The Farmer Takes a Wife."
Full circle.
He was the farmer looking for a wife.
A lot of wives and taking and
Women didn't have rights, so
no, this was a common theme, I guess, in the 50s and the 60s.
And then
This
we
was
brought in
very
Michelle
big.
Pfeiffer, and that fixed everything.
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 Yes, correct. Yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer single-handedly just fixed the women's movement.
Yeah, and I have to say she's in one of my other favorites, kind of a horror comedy, but it's definitely horror. The Witches of Eastwick is one of my all-time favorites.
Well, she's also in What Lies Beneath.
What Lies Beneath, which I will get that VHS right now. I will get that VHS right now.
Yeah, come on, we're talking about iconic, great performances, and wonderful film too.
So good. And like, spoiler alert, sorry, but to see Harrison Ford wind up being the bad guy is kind of rad. Like, you don't see that a lot.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. But
no, you don't.
That's where my
Your
bad boy
fault.
issues
By
began.
now.
It wasn't Han Solo.
Yeah.
It was that's where it started for me.
Yeah.
Whoopsie.
That's fair.
Yeah. Oh
That's
God.
fair.
I
I'd be
love
like,
him.
yeah, put me in a bathtub, big guy. Whatever you need to do.
All right. Check 1, 2. Freddie's reading for you.
Okay, so full disclosure, we weren't able to get Robert Englund in the studio.
Let me guess. His schedule was a nightmare.
Yes, B. So instead, we've got Bob Scotland doing his very best Freddie.
Sure. Well, yes, and it. Hey, Bob. Nice to meet you. Go ahead and give us your first take whenever you're ready.
Why? Sorry, let me try that again.
Why sleep when you can smell amazing?
Okay, so the context for this commercial spot is it's our awesome sponsor, the Magic Oil Box, and they make horror-inspired aromatherapy blends that are Nightmare on Elm Street themed, like Dream Warrior, Nancy, and Never Sleep Again.
Crafted by our friend Alex, who will be at Creep.con this January.
Along with the real Robert Englund. Sorry, Bob.
Sorry, Bob. So, whether you meet Freddy in your dreams
Or at a convention.
Grab your blends at themagicoilbox.com.
use code SlayNerds15 to take 15% off because paying full price is scary.
Yee.
See you in your nightmares.
Hey, Sam, are we seeing anybody else today?
It says Johnny Knife Hands is reading next. I'm sorry. Was Edward Hair Shears not available?
No, I have a restraining order against that guy. But anyways, go see Alex at Creep.con and shop online at themagicoilbox.com.
But I want to say this real quick too, and I know we were talking about Harrison Ford. I'm going to change the subject here. And I just want to say for both of you, because you both were on the show and you both were really fantastic on the show. Samantha, your episode Corporate Creature, I love that episode. That was the first one for season 3 that I wrote, and I just want to say you were such a great character in that. And I got inspiration from, I don't remember if you guys remember that X-Files episode.
Yes.
The episode where the worker believes he's seeing like weird insect alien things, and he's like, oh my god, I'm hallucinating, and like, are they real or are they not? So I got inspiration from that. And then Bonnie, you were so great in the Halloween special, and that was really the newest one. And I really wanted to do, I don't know if you guys, either of you have seen the really old anthology movie. It's called Dead of Night, and it's an old British horror anthology, but it's one of the first ones ever created. And it was about a guy who goes to a house and he's like delivering something, meeting with people, and he comes in and he's like kind of has a weird sense of deja vu, and he's like, I think I've been here before. And they all start telling stories about weird occurrences that they've had. And the last one is the most iconic story, and it's about like a dummy, a ventriloquist dummy that is like coming to life. And so at the end of it, he goes home and he meets with his wife, and he's like, yeah, I just had this really strange encounter with these people that I think I've seen before, and it was so weird. And she's like, oh, well, I'm sure everything will be fine. And then he wakes up, and the next day restarts again, and he goes to the house again, and it's like a loop that he's like living in, a weird loop. But yeah, so I don't know if any of your listeners have seen Dead of Night. I think you can watch it for free. It's fantastic. It's a really great old and British horror anthology. It's like in the 30s, I think it was made.
To the list.
And then yeah, that X-Files episode, I think it's like season 4 or 5 for that X-Files episode. It's so good. It's so good.
God, I love the X-Files. Yes.
For the record, I still want to be Gillian Anderson when I grow up. So yes,
Same.
I love the X-Files.
Yes. Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
Same.
100%.
Yeah. The will they, won't they? See, that was the thing. The show jumped the shark when they did. It was the best one. They will they, won't they?
Oh, just kiss already. Come on. Yeah.
God, put me in the middle of
love
that
it. Now I'm
sandwich.
thinking about, remember when they're almost about to kiss and then like she gets stung by a bee? I'm like, motherfucking bee.
Yeah.
I really love bees, but now I wish you were extinct. Damn you bees. I love bees, but not that bee.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm so mad.
Yeah, that's fair.
Iconic, amazing. I mean, like I rewatched the X-Files again recently, and I've forgotten kind of perfect the first like 5 seasons were of that show. It was just so perfect. It kind of got within too much mythology as we go on, but for those first like 4 or 5 seasons, those Monster of the Week episodes were just like absolute perfection. I mean, like there's so many good ones. It's kind of unreal how many bangers they had in such a short time span. It was really, really special.
And that one episode they only aired the one time with the inbred family.
Yes,
Frightening.
you can actually watch it. You can watch it on Hulu now.
Yeah.
It's actually on Hulu, but that episode's great.
It's so
Really
good, but called Home, I think. Yeah.
Let your podcast rise from undead obscurity. Beamly hosts your show, builds your site, handles paywalls and memberships with 0 platform fees. Your resurrection begins at Beamly.com.
Really quickly, I want to say, so I just pulled up the cover for Corporate Creature of your horror show, and it's just so freaking cool. You guys, there's like a lizard creature eating a leg, and then there's me. You made me look real hot in this cartoon. I'm like, oh, actually, it kind of has a Scully vibe, actually.
You are
It
Scully.
kind of totally has a Scully vibe. Oh my God,
Got
thanks. I
Scully
need
vibes.
like, well, she has lighter hair now, so it's okay.
Yeah.
But I do have to say, like when I wasn't familiar with the show and when Matt was like, oh, just check it out and you send it, my first thought was, this is Tales from the Crypt. And that's such a huge, massive compliment. Like your version of it, like an homage to like, hey, he's bringing back something that we all love so much. And I've literally never recorded with a blanket over my head for a couple hours before and had so much fun. And your direction was so spot on. Like it was,
Aw, thank you.
you're so easy to work with because you know the genre, you know the tone, you know the vibe, and you know how to bring. It was truly like I had so much fun doing it.
I was gonna say too, you're natural. You both are fantastic actors, like really you are. But I think comedy and horror are just like just simpatico, right? Like it's one of those things that, you know, I consider Josh Rubin a good friend, a little bit of a mentor to me. And he's somebody that I look to as like, he's a comedian. He started off in Funny or Die and then he started directing and acting and he's so great with it. But you look at all these great horror comedies of just like the world, right? And like they work well because that's just two sides of the same coin. That's why Horror Nerd, I think, is like such a brilliant kind of idea and kind of antithesis because horror and like being scared is a reaction, just like laughing is a reaction. It's like the same thing. And you're laughing and you're screaming at the same stuff, and we want to have those feelings. And I think like horror in general is just, it's the best genre. I mean, it really is. Like I can't think of another genre where it's so malleable to anything that you want to do with it. And really, and I just love that even though our entertainment industry, it feels like it's constantly in turmoil and it's like never gonna get better or whatever, but horror seems to always do well. That's like a testament to the genre and a testament to the fact that all of us just love this subject matter so much and want it to be better. And like it makes me like really like heartfelt, like thank you for saying that about Tales from the Crypt, because like I said, it's Tales from the Crypt is iconic, and like that's it, some of the great stories of just like, you know, all of those episodes that they had, and like to have people even like remotely be like, oh yeah, this is similar and you're really gonna like it. And it's like I love seeing bad people get their just desserts, right? Like that's for the most part what the show is about. It's like it's about bad people getting bad things happening to them. I don't want it. We have too much punching down now as a society of just taking shots at things that don't need to be shot at. But bad people getting their stuff, I feel like that could still, that's in vogue. That's always in vogue. It's never left. So it's like that's the thing. I always love that aspect about it. So
here for it.
God, can't say it better than that. Well, I mean, you know, who doesn't love a good, I don't want to say revenge, but a good justice story, right? Or
Correct.
a Justice League for you nerds out there like me. Hello. Well, I know we need to wrap up here, but where can we find your show and listen to it and support you and follow along?
Yes, please. If you guys want to listen to the show, we just ended our 3rd season. We've got about 50 stories for you to listen to now. You can listen to it on Apple, Spotify, Podcast Out, Overcast, anywhere that you listen to podcasts. If you want to find Samantha's episode is called Corporate Creature. That is in season 3, the very first episode. And if you want to find Bonnie's episode, that is the Halloween special, volume 3, which is also in our 3rd season. Both are incredible. These two are amazing. And yes, please continue to support Horror Nerd and everything that they do, because they are great people.
Well, that's going to be the outro that we use forever, calling us amazing and then come listen to our shit. Like, I can't do it better than that.
That and listen to our shit.
And support creatives making cool horror stories and horror comedy and horror sketch comedy podcasts. Damn it.
Yes.
That's
support
it.
all that.
Support all of it. We're all in this together. We're creating the stuff that matters to us and adding it into the world, and I think that's wonderful. So,
and on 3, can we get a ready? Batman! Why was the other one doing it?
Because I thought you were cueing us in. I was confused.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Okay, our counting was off, but it's fine.
Wow,
it's good. It'll
well, we're
sing.
good horror, not math or counting.
Wow. Bam. All right. Well, until next time.
That's how I
Oh my God. This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the conclusion of the Horror Nerds Comedy Podcast, sanctioned by Horror Nerds Productions. All authorized screams, laughter, and unhinged opinions of Class 4 have now been safely contained. During this broadcast, all tangents, puns, and unsolicited horror takes were permitted without consequence.
Emergency podcast services will resume after this brief transmission. Blessed be our final girls and our Horror Nerds founders, a podcast reborn. May humor be with you all.